welcome to Houston, Texas, home of the fourth biggest population in the United States. I'm Ed Cohen with the man of the people. He is Jay Williams.
All right, Ed, I see you. New York, L.A., Chicago, Houston right there. I'll tell you what else is big. Rocket Nation, and they're ready to rumble.
Taking over the globe and maybe taking over this game tonight. Jay, Golden State, a team with all-stars, future Hall of Famers, and since adding Kevin Durant 2 years ago, a team 1 through 4 that you have to account for every single guy on the floor to start games.
And Ed, when you think about great guards, when you think about Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, what's the glue that keeps them all together? A modern-day big man, a guy like Draymond Green, who can be utilized in a pick-and-pop scenario, can shoot the three, can put the ball down on the ground and create shots for the shooters. He only leads the team in assists, by the way, but his ability to be a Dennis Rodman 3.0 in the defensive end, that's the reason why Golden State could win another championship.
Wow, that was worm-like right there. Tucker. Pass to the rim. To the rim. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
P.J. Tucker trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Can convert the free throw. To Curry. Thompson. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Anthony to Paul. From the painted area, won't go down. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Leads 1. 4-3. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Thompson. Durant. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Curry for 3, and Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
Klay Thompson with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Three-pointer plus a free throw on that trip.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem, all of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
DeMarcus Cousins. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Easy path to the rim.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here's Curry with it up top. The score 12-8. To Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. It's no good. Shots not going down. The follow won't go either. It's Rockets ball. Paul to Capella. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Thompson. Not that time. He missed it. Anthony, defended by Kevin Durant.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
The drive, right to the basket. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
Misses the first.
Number 2, Jordan Bell. Into the game for the Houston Rockets. Number 10, Eric Gordon.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Steph Curry against Chris Paul. Knocked loose. Green. Curry had made his first couple, but he misses there. Tucker. Great pass to set it up. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the 3.
You know, someone had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the 3rd or 4th option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
Everything about our team. Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by taking a half-court shot.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 34, Sean Livingston.
Iguodala matched up with Carmelo Anthony. The rebound comes down to Paul. Rockets have the ball to Anthony. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Carmelo Anthony, zero hesitation as he knocks down the 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Paul with it up top. They're down 3. Here comes the screen. Gordon sizing up Jordan Bell. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Bell to Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. 3 for 6 now.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
The first quarter's complete. The Warriors with the lead. Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a head coach who's had multiple years in dealing with one of the hottest players, when I mean personality, hottest players in the league, and Draymond Green, and that's Steve Kerr. And look, DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back on this team probably after All-Star break, and I think he'll have a chance to really add another versatile piece. But in the interim, I think a guy like Jordan Bell is going to be huge. There's no more JaVale McGee in this squad, but a guy like Jordan Bell or Kevon Looney can give them the length and the intimidation of what they need down low on the blocks.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Tucker. Paul matched up with the two-time MVP. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Stuffs it down with authority. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Thompson. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Here comes the screen. Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Gets it down to Capella. Clint Capella. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Off the mark. No good. Paul into the front court. They trail by 7. Here's a chance from long range, and CP3 knocks it down from 3. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Clint Capella, couple of free throws on the way. A career 48% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go.
Golden State Warriors, number 35, Kevin Durant. Into the game for Houston, number 10, Eric Gordon.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Steph Curry here against Knight. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Cousins. Lets it fly from long range. It's rebounded by Gordon. Knight into the front court. Down 3. And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony in Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with 2 pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Carter Williams. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Leads 3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Gordon, defended by Kevin Durant. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
So we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of
mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Livingston to Green. From long range, Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. To Capella. Anthony. And the rebound by KD. To Green. Finish that. Harden with it up top. Down 4. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's 3 for 7.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
To Anthony. Fires the 3, and Carmelo Anthony. He won't miss those. Hits the wide-open 3. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact the franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Paul buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
That's blocked by Capella. Paul. Count the triple. That misses with a second to go. Time expires to end the first half with the Rockets in front.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Rockets entered halftime with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Warriors were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Missed threes. Player of the half.
Chris Paul was all over the boards in the first half. You've got to appreciate his determination when shots go up.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. It's James Harden once again. To Paul. Driving right to the basket. Off the assist.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Durant against Tucker. Thompson. Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without two key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard. He can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown. He played at Oklahoma State. Extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
Curry to Cousins. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Here's Harden with the rock to Paul. To Harden. Has a look. James Harden. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
Now Paul with the basketball. The lead is 12. A fundamental shot right there.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Paul sizing up Draymond Green. Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Durant. To Curry. 4-3. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Tucker. Harden. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Durant. Kevin Durant, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Paul to Harden. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Cousins up to block the shot.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Lays it up and in.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Golden State.
Paul. He has had the hot hand tonight. He's now 6 for 6 from beyond the arc.
And I say keep feeding him the ball. If he's not going to miss, let's make sure our offense centers around him.
And the nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Paul into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Count the basket inside.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Quinn Cook, guarded by Michael Carter-Williams. To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Knocks it down off the step back.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Nice pass to set things up.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Hall takes aim at Livingston. For three. And he finally misses one after making his first 6.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Hall across the timeline. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. Knocked loose. Paul. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Kevin Durant. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Tucker to Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden in a matchup with Boogie. Trying to cash in. James Harden. 3 for 6 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Runner's good there.
Well, this player struggled early because he was always trying to beat his man off the dribble, pretty much playing 1-on-5. Now the ball is moving around quickly during the perimeter and is finding him on the 2nd and 3rd touches. That's when you attack the score.
Oh, a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
From the painted area, won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block, can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Tucker. Hall, defended by Steph Curry. Got it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started... Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Beyond the arc for 3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Tucker. Paul. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
And count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Harden in possession. It's a 9-point lead. Second effort. Turned away by Cousins.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Thompson. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Harden with the basketball. His team up by 7. Anthony sizing up Cousins. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Scores from the post. Now it's Harden controlling the offense. To Capella. From the outside, no good. Oh, cut.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Tucker. Harden, defended by Thompson. Sends it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Tucker. Warriors come up with it. Durant. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul to Harden. Runner here, won't go. Durant to Green. That's out. Last touch by Draymond Green. Paul takes aim at Steph Curry. To Anthony. Oh, emphatic slam. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench.
Visit our team website for more details.
Thompson. Durant. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Thompson. Has a chance. And 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harden in possession. Lead stands at 7. A big finish at the rim. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Curry for the hunch. shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Warriors just couldn't close this one out. The number of threes they scored was astounding, but as we all know, the most important total is not the number of threes. It's the total number of points on the board, and they didn't have enough of them. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.